My name is Tonja, Birth Ambassador and registered dental hygienist. I just wanted to hop on here real quick and answer a question I get asked quite often. And the question is, how do I stay so thin? Well, I learned a long time ago, actually when I was younger, around my teens, I had a few pounds around my belly that I always wanted to lose. So I researched, and my goal is, it's most important to be healthy. I'd rather be healthy than thin. So I researched ways to be able to do both. And it comes down to two basic things for me. I keep it simple. And so I'd like to talk to you about that today. Number one, I used to be a personal trainer, and I always told my clients, move it or lose it.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it.
It really is that simple. You've got to keep moving daily. So find something you love to do and stick with it on a daily basis. Consistency is key. Move it or lose it. If you don't move, you'll lose your good figure. And you'll lose your health. Cardiovascular health is super important. So every morning I get out there with nature, and I walk at least 10 minutes. If all I can do is 10 minutes, I do at least 10 minutes, but every day. And I have my friend over here, Miss Penny, my puggle, and so she really helps me get out there. She's my personal trainer. And a lot of times, getting out into nature on a beautiful California day, that 10 minutes turns into 30 real quick. And then at night, I get home from work. To alleviate the stress, I make sure I do another 10 minutes, at least 10 minutes. And that's the number one thing, move it or lose it. Number two, you've got to find a diet that you love. It can't be a quick fix, it can't be a fad. So find things that you love. For myself, I know I love ice cream. And I do have a bit of a high metabolism now. So a few years back, I was able to afford to eat ice cream every day and still stay thin. But guess what? I was borderline diabetic. So being healthy isn't just about being thin. It's also keeping the inflammation down. It's also not being diabetic. So ice cream has too much sugar in it for me to eat every day. So what do? I created my own chocolate shake without ice cream. So I'll tell you about this chocolate shake. That's really good. I want you to try it. So the base, to make it creamy, you want to use your organic banana. Okay, if you don't like bananas, you can use avocados to make it nice and creamy like ice cream would be. And then almond butter. Almond butter. You can use any almond butter. I like to stick to organic things. And I like almond butter instead of peanut butter. I switched that up years ago by doing research. Some people, peanut butter can start inflammation in the body, so I use almond butter. So 1 banana, a couple tablespoons of almond butter, and then of course you're gonna need your liquid. I got off of cow's milk a long time ago too to keep my inflammation down. I just use any kind of vanilla almond milk, unsweetened. And then guess what? This is a couple secrets to keep the inflammation down, and you can't really taste it. I put a little bit of aloe vera juice. So it's to your taste. I put about a teaspoon in because I like it to taste really good. If you don't taste it, you can't really taste it that much, but some people can. So work with it. Try a teaspoon. If you can't taste it, put a tablespoon in, and so forth. And then another trick, some kind of green powder. I use the Super Greens from Kaiser, but I've also found it at Trader Joe's. It's pretty affordable. Okay, everybody, I forgot one main component of a fake chocolate shake. Cocoa powder or cacao powder without any added sugar in it, okay? This is one that I really like, but you can get any one, or you can get cacao powder as long as it has no sugar in it. Just make sure you blend that in with the first ingredients before the ice, and enjoy. It's so good. So you put all that in a cup. I use a hand blender because, again, I like simplicity. So this is really easy. You just twist this off and you clean this part. And I blend all those ingredients I just told you about first in a large mixing cup. And then I add the ice. It's got to be like ice cream, right, for your chocolate shake. Couple ice cubes is usually good. You blend that up. And then to really spark the chocolate flavor, you get your Himalayan sea salt. Himalayan sea salt is a little bit more powerful than regular salt, and you just shake one shake on top after you blend all of that together. And again, I like to keep the inflammation down. I like to think about my glycemic scale. So cinnamon helps that. It helps also to stave off hunger. So one shake of that on top. Sometimes your palate will be used to a little bit more sweeter of taste, and in that case, just use a little bit of honey. You could try a teaspoon, and if that's not enough, put a couple teaspoons in there, and then wean yourself off of it gradually. And I promise you, you are going to love this, and it's gonna really help you keep thin and healthy. And it's so yummy. I'm gonna have mine now. It's so rich and creamy. You really won't know that you don't have ice cream in here. Enjoy, cheers.